Okay, we got some good things here. Descending order, I think they're trying to find A, B, and C. They wrote down the quadratic formula. Right or wrong? Correct. Let's look at another student. Where does that 2 go? It's supposed to be the exponent. Now, I do like that the student wrote down the formula first and they're identifying our A, B, and C. Let's take a look at this one. This is interesting. They subtracted 2 from both sides. I think they were trying to think of completing the square. Usually in completing the square, you move the C value, and then you divide by A. Let's see what they did over here. Make y equal to 0. They did that. They were doing that. They should have found 2, right? Do you guys see it? They made their x value 0, and then they get a y value of what? 2. So that is our Y-intercept. They were finding the X intercept. A, B, and C's. Up. See it? Look. AX squared plus BX plus C. B value is -4. X equals -b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. That is a quadratic formula. Raise your hand if you have that on your paper. Did factoring work? No. Substitute it in. My b value should be -4. So everyone say parentheses. The opposite of the b value, so -4. B value, -4 squared, minus 4 times the a value, which is 1, and then the c value, which is 2. All over 2 times 1. Come get those if you need it. I'm using this one. A is 1, C is 2. Yes? We're okay? Opposite of -4? -4 squared. 16. Class, -4 times 1 times 2. -8. All over 2 times 1, which is 2. So 4 plus or minus 16 minus 8. All over 2. Remember the square root of 8, its 2 factors are what? 4 and 2. And the square root of 4 is what? 2. So x equals 4 plus or minus 2 radical 2 over 2, right? Square root of 8. This comes out. And then I'm going to take out the greatest common factor. What am I doing? What is the greatest common factor? Yeah, 2 times 2 plus or minus radical 2. Now if you don't see that, you can always distribute to check your answer. 2 times 2 is 4. And 2 times radical 2? 2 rad 2. All over 2 times 1. And then what can I do? Simplify it by canceling my 2's, which equals 1. So when I'm canceling here, it's not equal to 0, it's equal to 1. I'm left with x equals 2 plus radical 2. And x equals 2 minus radical 2. At the very end there, I split the plus and minus. And this comes up to our first idea. We're going to call this an exact answer. What does it cost? Radicals and fractions are exact. There is no rounding. But let's round using our graphing calculators. Let us say I want us to round to the nearest hundredth. Round to the nearest hundredth. Open up your calculator. I went 2 plus radical 2, so I have 2 plus. The radical button is here by the exponent to show you that they are opposites. It's in blue there, so you're going to have to press second and then x squared. So again, the radical is by the exponent here, so you would have to press second and then x squared. And if you press enter, let's review our decimals. Very important because you guys get stuck on these. Class, this one is called the ones place. Everyone say ones. That's to the left. How about to the right? That one's called the tenths. Everyone say tenths. This one is the hundredths. And this one is the... To round to the nearest hundredths, I have to look at the... Although that is the second place, we have to look at the thousandths. If this number is 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4, what do? You round down? Keep it the same. 3.41 is our answer. If that number was 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, then you would round the hundredths up 1. So 3.41. Now, I should have changed my symbol to approximate. It's approximately 3.41 because we rounded. Okay, teach you a calculator trick now. Everyone say second, enter. Press it. Second. It basically gives you entry, which is in blue. And what it did is it just copy and pasted what you had before, and then I could just scroll over and press minus. Now be careful on the graphing calculator. These are the basic math operations. So I would press subtraction. I would not put negative. And I get this as my answer. Partner A, tell partner B, what is the answer to the nearest hundredth? X is approximately what class? 0.59. Okay, let's graph this now. Sorry, I'm doing all the notes for you, huh? Whoever's paper this is. Show me with your hand. Which way does a graph open? Show me, don't tell me. Yeah, the A value there tells you that it's going to open up. Okay? So, Y-intercept of 0, 2. 0 on the x-axis, 2 on the y values. Our 2 points down here. The exact answer doesn't tell us, kind of like number sense. It doesn't tell us where it is. But in terms of money, I know this is between 0 and $1, and this is closer to $1. So I'm going to put this one right before x equals 1. And then 3.41, which is closer to 3, between 3 and 4. And this makes sense. Because would it make sense if this y-intercept was below? Would that help? what would it do to the graph? If you connect the dots, it might make it look graphed open down. Do you see how all of your puzzle pieces come together? Okay. Put your pencil at the midpoint of your X-intercepts. Let me ask a better question. Put your finger on the X-intercepts. Put your pencil at the midpoint of these two X-intercepts. Class, what is that line called? Axis of symmetry. So I'm going to just draw an arbitrary, meaning I'm not quite sure, but it gives us an idea where it might be. And we're actually going to calculate that. Now, I usually work in pen so you guys can see the math better. I recommend using pencil. All right, let's put it into our calculator. So you're going to click on y equals. My function is x squared. Does that help? So you're going to press clear if you have anything in there. And then I'm going to use the variable button. Remember, what's my trick? X, because that's x squared, minus 4x plus 2. Okay, how do I get a graph? Tell me. Zoom 6. It's basically resetting it so that you have a max of 10 on the x values, negative 10, positive 10. So 6. Ta-da! Are you happy? Are you happy? Okay, now I can check those numbers really quickly. I can just press trace and get an idea, right? There is your Y-intercept 0, 2. Scroll to the right, try to get exactly on the x-axis. You see how I'm bouncing between the numbers? I can't get an exact value of y equals 0, but I know it's kind of like 50 cents. Do you see it? 50 cents. So if you press trace, that's how you get the cursor and you can move it around. I'm close to a 0, $3.48. And we have $3.41. Remember, you can calculate that exactly. How do I get there, class? Second trace, and then you can calculate the 0. I want to calculate minimum or maximum on this problem? Minimum. So go to second trace. You can click on number 3 or scroll down. You want to calculate the minimum. Remember, if I didn't teach this to you already, use your pencil or pen. What are you using? And there is your axis of symmetry where you fold your parabola in half like a taco. And it says left bound, which means what? Left side. You need to move the cursor to the left side of the pen. Zoom in. So my cursor is on the left side of the minimum. Press enter. Now it says right bound. What does that mean? Go to the right side of the axis of symmetry, or the right side of what I think the minimum is. You don't have to be so close. Look, that's a little bit too close. So like exaggerate, like way over there, right? And then what do you think guess means? You're doing exactly what you think the minimum is. Okay, press enter. Ta-da, 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 ta-da. X equals 1.999 and negative 2. Now, someone did say, should I put x equals 2? It's close enough to 2, but I would not round up. I would leave it as is. Okay, and then now we just sketch our parabola. You could find the x value here by just taking x equals negative b over 2a. That'll give you the x value. You put it into the equation, you'll get the y value, which will be negative 2. Go ahead and sketch it. Everyone say U. This better be a U. No sharp ends, curved. So in summary, we graphed the quadratics using the quadratic formula. You're showing me algebraically how to find the intercepts. We talked about exact answers and rounding to the nearest hundredth.